Hey everybody, Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Really glad you signed up with us here at the Insiders Game. Let's focus on plays for you on a Wednesday night. We got a couple of college football games, and we're going to go over the total. It's the MAC. It's weeknight football. It's national TV, and these teams get a bounce in their step. But some things you simply can't change, and that would be bad defense. Let's start with Buffalo at Ohio. And in this spot, the total in the game is 55.5. The Bulls have had a horrible season. Their coach, Jeff Quinn, got fired. The one thing that has been a constant for this football team is their defense has been atrocious, especially on the road. So that's where it starts. But then you get Joe Licata, the senior quarterback. He's been extremely inconsistent. He'll make some bad decisions, but he does have the ability to stretch the field and come up with the occasional big play. They had a game at Army earlier in the year at West Point. They were hopelessly behind, came roaring back with touchdown after touchdown after touchdown in the fourth quarter. So in garbage time, you got to figure there's points. But I don't know if it's garbage time. I think this is a competitive game. But I think they're going to go up and down the field. They allowed Eastern Michigan to get 444 yards. Eastern Michigan. So that Buffalo defense is nothing to write home about. And Ohio at home under the lights, we think they'll have some success putting points on the board. But we like Licata, the senior quarterback, to help us get points there. And you know what? Let's make it a themed video. We're going over the total with the other game, Northern Illinois and Ball State. Northern Illinois, the total in this game, 63. Now, Northern Illinois, they played pretty good against good teams. Their losses are to a good Central Michigan team and to Arkansas. There's no disgrace there. They're 6-2 on the season. They scored 48 points right down the road here at UNLV earlier in the year. Their quarterback, Drew Hare, he's a dual threat. So I think Northern Illinois, the one thing they got to guard against is don't look ahead to the game with Toledo next week. What will happen is if they do make the mistake of looking ahead, is it will be a lack of intensity on defense. And you look at Ball State, this is a team that's always scoring in the 30s, no matter if they're home and away. And their defense allowed 426 yards, 29 points in a game 2 weeks ago against Central Michigan. And that's a game they won the turnover battle 5-1. So these teams are going up and down the field. Both MAC games. Go over the total on Wednesday night. Oh, I said it was a theme video. I did, didn't I? Detroit and the Rangers. Total on the game is 5. Detroit, very much an under team in the early stages of the season, especially at home. But in their last 5 games, 4 of those 5 have gone over the total. And if you were with us here with the Insiders Game on Monday, we had St. Louis against the Rangers at Madison Square Garden. They played Talbot, the backup, and 4-3 was the final score. Now, Lundqvist is going to be back in the nets in here. But I just think there's a Rangers team that's been able to generate some offense as well. I think with a total of 5, Lundqvist back in the nets, a 2-1 game wouldn't shock you. But right now, with Datsuk and the weapons that the Red Wings have, and then the recent penchant for the Red Wings to play over games, we got to get it to 2-2 when it's a free roll, and then maybe an empty netter gets the job done for. Safer play is over the total for you there. And in the NBA, it's a themed video. I said it. We're going over the total and really going against the grain here. This is Memphis and Phoenix, and the total is 195. Memphis has the top defense in the NBA. They're unbeaten. They're 4-0. But they haven't played anybody really tough. But here's the thing. They played Minnesota, Indiana, Charlotte, New Orleans. I mean, that's not murderer's row. But Phoenix has to play the Lakers on Tuesday night. So if this is a road-weary team in the early stages of the game, look for Memphis to maybe put some more points up on the board. I would look over the total in the first half, and I think you go over the total of 195 in the second half because if Phoenix is tired and they get worn down, I think Memphis is going to score more points than they usually do. And just by nature, with Isaiah Thomas and the Suns pushing it, I think this is a game that's going to be a little out of sorts for Memphis. 4-0, they're feeling their oats. But, it's Memphis in the under usually and Phoenix in the over. I got a funny feeling this game goes over the total. Overs galore. Let's cash some tickets at the Insiders Game on a Wednesday night.